Hello children. So in the class 7, the first chapter of history, raising changes through a thousand of years. So we already discussed about map, two maps I explained you about that. And now we are going to the next topic about the historians and their sources. So how historians are going to collecting the details about the history and what are the sources they are using in the part we are going to learn. The first thing about that, which are the sources they were collecting? They were collecting a different sources, different type of the sources they were collecting. They are not particularly collecting the one type of sources. They were collecting different kinds of different types of the sources they were collecting. It's based on the particular time and the situation or what topic they were going to be discovering or they are going to knowing that. So it was depend on the periods. So depend on the periods what they were learning. For example, they were understanding the medieval period means they were using the medieval period's informations. Which are the information they were using? The sources they were using, the coins, inscriptions, architecture and the textual records they were using. So in the 6th standard, in the previous year, you learned the first step of the first part of the history, that is called as the ancient India. So now in this year you are going to learn about the medieval period, that is called that between 700 CE to 1750 CE. So this is recognized or it is pardoned as medieval history. So this period 700 CE to 1750 CE, it's known as medieval period according to the historians. So here let's come to the sources. The sources are very important to know about the past. So for example, first one, coins. So coins, you know that already. So we are also using the coins. So there, what are the things you can see that there are year will be mentioned and some important events also will be mentioned. For example, for the sake of the birthdays of some historical movements or any other important events, we are going to release the coins, and it also shows that how they were living or how they were rich. Okay, this one. So there are three types of the coins, you know that. So there are gold coins, silver coins and bronze. So these coins shows that you know that one of the greatest king in the Vijayanagara Empire. So the Sri Krishna Deva Raya. So he was one of the best ruler during the time. So he has implemented or in his ruling he was spreading the gold coins only, because it shows that, and it attracted the people, it attracted the foreigners and it attracted the other kingdom to visit the Vijayanagara Empire, and they started to rule that. So this is one of the informations we wanted to collect that. This is only historians are using that. The coins are the one of the source of the history. So we can easily know about that, about the medieval period. And next one is inscriptions. Inscriptions, you know that if you visit to the temples, already I told you an example. If you visit to the temple, there when they built that, who built that, what purpose they have built the temples, everything will be mentioned on the stone or in the pillar or some other different parts they are going to mention. That is called the inscriptions. And also we can easily say that inscriptions means the words or sentences which they had used to write on or in the carving on the coins or any other buildings or monuments, those are going to be called as inscriptions. The next one is architecture. The way of constructing the buildings or monuments are going to be called as architecture, how they were building that. So in the early stages they were using that brick and sand type of buildings they were constructing. But in the medieval period they started to use the marbles, they started to use the rocks. So these are going to be called as architecture. The way of architecture was completely different. And textual record, it is very important in the medieval period. See, these are also important, and the main that we can say the drastic changes in the period of medieval history, that is textual records. So what are textual records mean? Previously they were using that such as barks of the tree or some of the leaves of the trees they were using to write the informations or to record the information. But now in the medieval period they started to use and they introduced the papers, they discovered the paper and they started to use the records, everything in the paper only. And comparing to the other sources, it was being the cheaper than, and also it's widely available and it's easy to carry and it's easy to preserve. So they have preferred to record all the informations in the textual format only. See, paper became cheaper and widely available. Paper became cheaper and widely available. And what purpose they are using the papers? See, holy text. You know that holy text, which were the saying that and all the stories and the Puranas and everything were started to preserve in the papers. And chronicles of rurals, if we defeat someone, if we have any celebrations or shakas, we are going to call it. So those everything had been mentioned in the papers. And letters, which they were going to send it to the someone, that letters and teaching of saints, the teaching and preachings of the saints, and petitions, what are the rules and regulations they are going to make there, and judicial records and other registers of account, other registered accounts and taxes which they are collected and balance sheet, everything they started to make it in the paper only. So this is very important. It has taken the paper, it has discovered in the medieval period and started to spread everywhere, and it was available everywhere, and it was cheaper than other sources, and it was cheaper than other materials. And also these are the sources when they have started to use the papers. So it was being collecting the more and they wanted to preserve somewhere. So these sources or these textual record are known as the manuscript. So these are the sources as called as manuscripts. So manuscripts means which as written by the and are prepared by the hand. So manuscripts collected. So these, when anyone they were going to be prepared and they wanted to preserve somewhere. But when they have prepared, so they wanted to preserve somewhere, who were to take responsibility? Those are going to be, these were collected. Which is the best one? Which is favorable? For example, if you visit to any temples or anything, if you see some books which is useful for you, or if you visit to the library, if you feel that this book is good, then you are going to purchase or you are going to be borrow that. So that was done by the wealthy people in that area, and rulers and temples and other people who were able to collect it there, and they have preserved. Where they were going to preserve that, it is very important. They were preserving in archives. Archives means where they are going to keep the sources, where they are going to keep to preserve the manuscripts, are going to call that, what is that? Archives. Here they have made the buildings, and they have constructed a building to preserve the archives, and also they have constructed the libraries to preserve these manuscripts. So due to this, we are able to collect the sources and know about the past. Okay, so a very important thing about this, manuscripts were preserved in the archives and libraries. Okay, so the next point, let's go to the next point about the more information about this, what are the papers and all things. When they discovered the papers, so they were not able to print on the papers because the printing press was not discovered. So but they were depend on the scribes. So the scribes means, So they wanted to write by hand. So all the manuscripts were copied by scribes. So this is very important. They were copying. Some out. You are also doing that. Some homeworks or some assignments you are copying from your friends' books or someone. So when you are copying, can you copy the exactly that what it is there? And you also find some mistakes or some confusions there. So you will understand or you will feel something different. Yeah, this may be the answer like that. Then you will copy that what you felt that. The same thing happened in the scribe. So when they are copying from the exact original manuscript to the paper, they make the mistakes what exactly they were thinking while writing. So this is very important. So this will be the sources for us. So we refer that what they copied from the manuscripts in their handwriting. So some more will be same or some more will be some different will be applied. So they introduce say small changes. They are going to introduce the small changes. What the changes? So I told you that some confusion they got means they imagine something and then they have written like this. This is only some changes they have made there. And we are not able to get the original manuscripts. We are not able to get original manuscripts because it was created or it was prepared in the long ago, and some more will be due to the insects it had been lost, or some more we need to find out where it is exactly done. But we completely depend on about what the copies of the scribes, what they have written the copies. We are going to depend on the exact thing. But in the 14th century, one example we can give it there. In the 14th century means in the Delhi Sultans. So you learn in the next lessons. So Delhi Sultans during the time, chronicler is named as Ziauddin Barani. Ziauddin Barani, he has written that Tariq-e-Firoz Shahi, about the Firoz Shah. He has written about the Tariq-e-Firoz Shahi. So he had written in the two versions. He had written in the two versions. One version and another version is completely different. Completely different. We cannot be imagined that one is the continued part of the another. But it is completely different, and historians who were referred the first one will not be able to imagine the second. See, understand? The historians need to refer all the sources to give the exact source or exact information about the regarding the kingdoms or emperor. Okay. So here manuscripts. Why we are losing like this? Why we are not getting that? So it is preserved somewhere. Where it preserved? It preserved in archives and libraries. So what we have to do is that if we want the exact answer, means if historians need the answers are exact, means the manuscripts will remain lost in the large libraries. So they need to refer or they need to search the large libraries to get that. So there would be many books. Can you imagine that in your school library there are how many books? Or more than 1,000 books. Can you able to read all the books or to refer that? It is not quite easy, but it takes longer time and we need some patience. So we need the libraries in the large libraries. These manuscripts were preserved, but they are not lost, but they were remain lost means what? It's mixed up. We can't arrange in order because we don't know that which books are those things, because in the past only they had kept everything there. So this is what we have to know, that those libraries historians are still searching to gain the information, to know the exact information about the history. So this is what you have to understand, that historians and their sources. See, we are just opening the book and reading the information what is there, but historians are going to struggle to know the exact informations about the past. So they are going to collect the sources, different sources they are going to collecting them, and they are going to making the one format that also may not be exact. If they found another one, if they find another one source, they are going to update it. Okay, understand? So when we get the exact or all the sources, then it will be the exact answer.